You don't wake up anxious by accident. You wake up anxious because your brain decided, sometime the night before, that tomorrow's a threat. Not a real danger, not something actually happening, just a prediction. A silent one, a single background thought that says, be ready. Something might go wrong. And your nervous system listens. So when you open your eyes, your chest already feels tight. Your mind already feels busy. Your body already feels like it's late for something it can't name. You think the anxiety starts in the morning. It doesn't. It starts with one small thought your brain uses to prepare you for the future, a thought so automatic you don't even notice it. But once you see it, once you understand it, you can interrupt it before it ever turns into stress. And that one shift can change how tomorrow feels before it even begins. Here's what your brain is really doing when tomorrow's anxiety shows up. It's not worrying. It's predicting. Your brain's main job is not to make you happy, it's to keep you safe. So it runs a constant background scan of the future, asking one question over and over, what could go wrong next? This happens in a part of your brain called the amygdala, your internal alarm system. Think of it like a security guard that never sleeps. At night, when things finally get quiet, that guard gets louder. Because silence feels like vulnerability to a survival brain. So it starts pulling up files, past mistakes, unfinished tasks, uncertain outcomes, conversations that could go badly, responsibilities you might fail at. Not to torture you, to prepare you. The problem is, the brain doesn't understand the difference between something might happen and something is happening. So when it imagines tomorrow, your body reacts as if tomorrow's already here. Stress hormones rise, muscles tighten, heart rate changes, your nervous system shifts into pre-alert mode. This is why you can feel anxious about something that hasn't happened. Your brain is running a simulation, and simulations trigger real chemistry. Cortisol, the stress hormone, starts flowing. Dopamine drops. Your system moves from rest to watch out. It's like your mind hits a replay button for the future, not because you're negative, not because you're weak, because your brain learned that being ready feels safer than being calm. Over time, this becomes a pattern. The moment you think about tomorrow, your nervous system associates it with pressure, evaluation, responsibility, uncertainty, loss of control. So a single quiet thought appears. I need to be on guard. That thought may not even be in words. Sometimes it's just a feeling in the chest, a tightness in the stomach, a mental restlessness, but the message is the same. Don't relax yet. Something's coming. This is how anxiety actually works, not as fear, as anticipatory protection. Your brain is trying to time travel into tomorrow to make sure you survive it. And the more intelligent, responsible, and sensitive your nervous system is, the better it becomes at running these future simulations. Which is why overthinkers often feel tomorrow before it arrives. Their brain's prediction system is overtrained. But here's the key. Anxiety doesn't come from tomorrow. It comes from the meaning your brain assigns to tomorrow. And that meaning is created by one specific mental program, one learned expectation that quietly tells your nervous system whether the future is safe or dangerous. That's what we'll uncover next. Here's the part most people never realize. Your brain didn't choose this pattern randomly. It learned it. At some point in your life, being alert about the future helped you. Maybe you grew up needing to stay prepared. Maybe you learned that mistakes had consequences. Maybe you were praised for being responsible, careful, always thinking ahead. Maybe uncertainty once led to embarrassment, failure, conflict, or loss. So your nervous system made a quiet decision. Next time, I'll be ready sooner. And sooner slowly became always. This is how a survival program forms. The brain connects three things: future, uncertainty, threat. Once that connection is built, it runs automatically. Just like a smoke alarm that once went off during a real fire, now goes off when someone burns toast. The system isn't broken, it's sensitive. And sensitivity is learned through repetition. Every time you worried and something went wrong, the brain reinforced the loop. See? Good thing we stayed on guard. Every time you worried and nothing went wrong, the brain still said, good. We prevented danger by staying alert. So either way, the pattern gets rewarded. This is called prediction reinforcement. Your nervous system learns that anticipating problems is equal to control. Control is equal to safety. Safety is equal to survival. So it keeps pressing the same mental button. What if tomorrow goes wrong? Not to scare you, to protect you. Over time, this turns into an emotional memory. Not a story you remember, but a state your body remembers. A readiness, a tension, a subtle sense of, don't relax yet. So even when tomorrow's ordinary, even when nothing bad is scheduled, even when life is objectively okay, the pattern still runs. Because the brain doesn't update safety through logic. It updates safety through experience. And if the past taught it that being prepared mattered, it will keep preparing you, even when preparation has turned into anxiety. That's why tomorrow can feel heavy before it arrives. Not because something is wrong with you, but because your nervous system learned the future is where effort, evaluation, and uncertainty live. So stay alert. This is the loop. And the loop is driven by one core belief your brain holds about tomorrow, that it must be managed instead of met, that it must be controlled instead of experienced, that it is a problem waiting to happen. And that belief is carried by one single background thought. The thought that decides whether your system wakes up tense or calm. In the final section, we'll change that thought. Here is the one thought that quietly ends tomorrow's anxiety before it starts. I will meet tomorrow, not manage it. That's it. Because anxiety is built on the belief that the future must be controlled in advance to be safe. Your brain wakes up tense because it thinks, I need to stay ahead. I need to be ready. I need to prevent something. But the nervous system relaxes when it receives a different signal. I don't have to solve the future. I only have to show up to it. When you tell your brain, I will meet tomorrow as it comes, you are shifting it out of prediction mode and back into presence mode. Prediction mode says, scan, prepare, brace. Presence mode says, handle what's real when it's real. And your nervous system always calms down in presence. So tonight, instead of mentally running through tomorrow, instead of rehearsing problems, instead of trying to be ready for every possibility, let this one sentence land. Tomorrow doesn't need to be controlled. It only needs to be experienced. That single thought tells your amygdala, there is no immediate threat. It tells your body, you can stand down. It tells your mind, we will deal with what's real when it's real. And slowly, your chest softens, your breathing deepens, your system shifts out of alert. You're not broken, you're not weak, you're not overthinking because something is wrong with you. You're in a learned protection loop. And the moment you replace, I must manage the future with I can meet the future, the loop loosens. Because safety isn't found in controlling tomorrow. It's found in trusting that you can handle now. You're not anxious, you're patterned, and patterns can be retrained.